Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, most of you know I've lost over 100 pounds. So today I'm gonna share with you one of my absolute favorite dips. This is a chicken dip. So think like jalapeno popper, but with chicken, high protein, and like super delicious. Okay, so I've made this now twice in the last couple weeks. So I was like, if I've made it twice, it means I love it. I need to share it with you because you need to make it too. Now, this is something you can eat with chips. You can throw it over like the little lettuce wraps. You can eat it by itself. It is great for meal prepping. You can do, you can literally do anything you want with this. And any way you eat it, it's gonna be phenomenal. Like I made this, everyone was just eating it. It was gone within like 10 minutes. So it's one of those, this is like one of those dips, okay? Now you might already have everything in your fridge. The only thing you might not have is the corn. So remember, it is corn season. So right now, corn is gonna be nice and sweet. It's gonna be delicious. This is the time to make all the different corn dishes, okay? Now, is corn uber low carb? No, but we're using a small amount for the entire dish. So one thing is low carb and another thing is keto. Okay, so keto means you're staying under 20 net carbs. Low carb means you're staying under 100 net carbs. So, and maybe you don't even care about carbs. So that's just for people who do. Just as a reminder, this is something you can still have if you are eating low carb, okay? I eat low carb. I made this. It's delicious. It's super filling. And it is a dip that you have to try, okay? So, I'm adding these jalapenos. These are the jarred jalapenos, but you can also use fresh, obviously. We have the green onion, some cream cheese, 2 different types of cheeses. I'll kind of walk you through everything as we throw it in. The cool thing about this is that you literally dump everything into a pot, cover, uncover, mix, and you're done, okay? It's literally that simple. I'm gonna try to add everything right here just so you can see everything like up close and personal. So the first thing that we are gonna add is our butter, okay? So you'll see, adding everything right in, okay? So we have our butter, green onions, we have our jalapenos. You can do tamed or you can do the hot. This is like the hot version. We are also adding in our cream cheese. Now this is roasted corn. I actually roasted this stovetop, but you can roast it in the air fryer. You can do it like however you typically roast your corn. But roasting it definitely gives it, I don't know, it's just like it adds to the flavor. It just adds to like the complexity of the dish. I love it. Do you have to? No, you don't. But it is roasted corn dip, so obviously I did. Then we have some sharp cheddar. We also have some mozzarella. Now, for the seasonings, we have some chili. Oh, and I still need my garlic, but it's okay. Let's go in with the seasonings first. You're gonna measure this with your heart. Okay, this is gonna add all the flavor, and trust me, it's a very flavorful dish. We also have some paprika, and you can have this like as a corn dip. I'm gonna make it a full meal, and I'll show you right now how I'm doing that, but we have the paprika, then we have the onion powder, and even though I am adding some garlic, I'm just gonna add a little garlic powder too. Okay, then you can never forget the basics, which is some salt and pepper. Now I am doing some minced garlic. Okay, we're doing a good amount of this because it's gonna add to the flavor. We're adding some mayo. You don't have to add a lot because we do have other creamy components in here. We have our cream cheese, we have regular cheese. We're gonna add in a little bit of some half and half. And I'm probably gonna add a little bit of almond milk because it will be thick, trust me. Okay, so we have that. So now you can definitely mix it. You don't have to. What I'm gonna do is cover and put it on the stove on low, okay? So we're gonna cover this bad boy, put it on the stove. We're gonna let it simmer. It's gonna get nice and melty. And when I mix this, you're going to see what I'm talking about, okay? This is like one of those dips that's gonna knock your socks off. Like, I would probably make this for holidays. I would make this if I have friends coming over. Like, this is just a dip. As long as, you know, everyone can eat everything that's in this dip, they're gonna love it. Okay, meanwhile, I'm probably gonna make some low carb tortilla chips. So I usually use some tortilla chips that are low in carbs or low in calories. They taste just like the real deal. I'm gonna go grab those from my freezer. Ooh, I'm also gonna put some ice in my lemonade. This is the one from Element. So Element has a new flavor, so it's the lemonade tea. It has everything our body needs. It's 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. And it now also has 50 milligrams of caffeine. So it gives you that like little oomph that you need throughout the day. And right now, Element is doing a free sample pack where you can actually try 4 of their most popular flavors. You get 2 of each flavor in the sample pack. I'll leave it linked in the description below, or you can even type in drinklmnt.com/low carb love, and either one of those will get you the free sample pack with any purchase. This one right now, it is by far my favorite flavor, and it gives me everything that my body needs for the day when it comes to hydration and electrolytes. So I'm gonna go ahead, get some ice in here. This is what we're gonna be enjoying with our dip. I'm gonna whip up the chips, and then it's gonna be a whole situation here. I'm telling you, this is perfect for lunch. It's great as an app for dinner. So if you decide to make it for lunch, for dinner, as a snack, I'm telling you, you are going to love it. Okay, so let's see what it's looking like. Woo, look at that. Okay, do you guys see this? Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is looking nice and creamy and delicioso. Now, the only thing that I'm gonna do is, because this is pretty much done, we're just letting it fully finish heating up. There are still little pieces of the cream cheese that need to fully melt, but what I'm gonna do to make this a full meal and also add to the protein is I'm gonna add in rotisserie, shredded rotisserie chicken. And that is going to bump up the nutritional content, give you the protein. It's gonna make it that much more filling. And you can use it still as a dip, but it could also be a meal because it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna have all the chicken. But this is what it looks like by itself. So let's just say you're like, no, you know what, Myra, I want this as an app, like an appetizer. And I'm gonna serve this with chips. This is it right here, look at. This is what you are, this is what you're gonna be working with. So think of this with some tortilla chips, which we're gonna make right now. Okay, so now we have the rotisserie chicken. I'm just gonna toss it in. And you can do as little or as much as you want. If you do a lot, it might thicken everything up. So just be aware of that, like, cause the chicken is gonna absorb some of the liquid. But for me, I don't care because I know that it's adding in the protein, which this dip doesn't have protein otherwise. So, and I think it's still a good consistency. I feel like it might be a little thicker than what it was, but I'm good with that. So this is what it's gonna look like, just FYI. And then once you have the chicken in there, look at, so it actually makes it nice and thick. I felt like it was already a really good consistency, but like this, it just, I feel like it just adds to it, you know? So, okay, this is done. I'm just gonna cover, let that simmer. And we're gonna go ahead and whip up our tortillas, our little tortilla chips, homemade tortilla chips. And I'll leave them linked in the description below for you if you are also, again, just watching your calories, watching your carbs. The tortillas that I use, they have 3 net carbs and only 30 calories per tortilla. So usually I use them like if I'm making any type of Mexican dish, tacos, quesadillas, anything like that, you can use these. So these tortillas are super helpful. And remember, I have my ultra low carb meal plan. I have it linked in my description below. So make sure you check that out if you are just getting started on your weight loss journey, or maybe you're not seeing the scale move, you're frustrated, you don't know where to go or what to do. I literally walk you step by step, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, desserts, drinks, all of that is in there, and it could be super, super helpful on your weight loss journey, okay? So whether it's for you or friends or family, make sure you share that with them because again, it can be really helpful. So that'll be linked in the description below for you. This is avocado oil. You don't really want to use olive oil unless you're going to really lower the heat because olive oil will burn a lot quicker. So olive oil is about 350 degree. max temp, whereas avocado oil is 550, 5 to 550. So before it's like their smoking point. So anyway, this is gonna heat up. And then I have my tortillas here, which this is what they look like. Okay, so it looks just like a traditional corn tortilla. And this is the brand that I use. So I'll leave this linked, and I do have a discount code, which is low carb love. So use that at checkout. So I'm gonna go ahead and fry these up and you'll see how they turn out. I'm telling you, they're nice and crispy. They taste like traditional tortillas or tortilla chips, but without the carbs and less calories. And the oil is nice and hot now, so you do want to keep an eye on them. Like, don't walk away from them because they could burn. And that's with any tortilla chip, obviously. You want them crispy, but not burned. Okay, and now just flipping them over, and look at this nice color. This is what I'm talking about. Like, they just look nice and golden brown, not white. You know what I mean? They're not too light and they're not too dark. And these are ready because as I'm pulling them out, they're still gonna keep cooking a little. So I want to go ahead and get them before they burn. But yes, on the crispy. All right. Woo. Get that. So this is the consistency. All right. Making sure I get that perfect bite. It has a good piece of chicken on there, a little bit of everything. This is hot. Cheers. This for sure is one of the best dips on my entire channel. It just all works so well together. It's creamy, but it's not like, you know how sometimes you're like, okay, this is too much to just continue to eat? This is not like that. Like, this is like, that was a perfect amount of creaminess, a little spice. We have the textures going. Then you throw in the chicken. Now we make it high protein, so it's actually like a meal, not just like a dip. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm here all day for dips, okay? Protein or no protein. But this one, I just love that it has the protein, which we obviously added, but this is a solid recipe right here. So if you love chicken, if you think of like jalapeno poppers, like if you are like a jalapeno popper person, then like this is a dip form that you are going to be obsessed with. Like, you can literally add this into your rotation. You can make it, have it in your fridge, keep it in like a container, and then just grab some, heat it up, sit down. You can do it with chips, or you can do it with veggies. You can do it with broccoli. You can do it with celery, because even the crunch of the celery that's nice and fresh, like, is gonna go so well with this. Peppers. You can do it again in lettuce wraps. Like, you can just like use your imagination. This has so much flavor. You can do it over rice. So you can actually make this and then serve it like for your fam bam. Let's say your family isn't low carb, or, you know, isn't looking to, you know, like has nothing, like they're not looking to lose weight in any way. Serve this over a bed of rice. Like, just think like chicken bowl status. So anyway, you can do so many different things here. Serve it with a side of rice, a side of veggies, or a little salad. So rice, salad, and then your chicken dish on the side. Chef's kiss. So the recipe to this will be in the description below. I have the tortillas linked for you. I have my ultra low carb meal plan linked for you. And a lot of things that I use here in my kitchen, I leave them linked in the description below. So make sure you check that out. But please share. If you like this recipe, share this with your friends and family, whether they're trying to lose weight or maybe just trying to make healthier choices in their life. Dishes like this can make a difference and be super duper helpful. But thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I'll see you on my next video. Mwah.